What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Sean J, coming at you live and direct with another video. Today's topic of conversation is why buying more stuff is keeping you broke, bruh. All the stuff you buying, man. You going out buying all the latest Jordans, all the most exclusive Jordans, putting the new wheels on the ride, you know, the new Ford Giottos on the ride. You buying, what else you buying, man? Taking trips, you know what I'm saying, that you know you don't have the money to afford. You know what I'm saying? The latest iPhone. You dig what I'm saying? You up there buying all that stuff, man. Guess what, man? That's keeping you fucking broke, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to do it too. I used to practice, I guess, isn't that what they call it? Consumerism? I guess that's what they call it. I guess they call it consumerism. I used to do it too, man. But like I've learned along the way a lot of different things, bro. Like for instance, man, my first experience with consumerism was when I first got my first job. When I was 16 years old, bruh. I got my first job when I was 16. I was working at I was doing construction for neighborhood housing. Yes, that was my first job, bro, out there in the heat. Yeah, man, I was out there. I was 16, man. I didn't care. I was trying to get this bread, bro. 16, bro. And like, there was nobody in my whole circle that had a job except me. I had two other cats were hustling though. They're selling that product, you know what I'm saying? That I just knew that wasn't the right direction for me to be selling stuff. I knew I had to get out here and do it right, make an honest living. Well, you know, it's not a living. You get what I'm saying, man. I had to get out here and make some real money. But yeah, let's get with the story. So yeah, that was my first job, neighborhood housing. Man, I ain't gonna lie, it was a temporary job for like 6 months. And I had choices of what I could have spent my money on, bro. Like, I could have spent my money on a bunch of shoes. I could have spent my money on like CDs, like albums. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I don't regret not spending it on that, but I definitely could have spent it on stuff like that. You got what I'm saying? I'm 16, bro. You know what I'm saying? The thing I really wanted the most, that Trump buying all the latest albums, buying all the latest J's, it was clothes. I wanted clothes, bro. And I don't feel like I was in the wrong for wanting clothes. I don't feel like I was in the wrong for wanting clothes, bro. Like, I'm 16, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had clothes, but they weren't as fly as the clothes I bought when I got my very first job, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They're a lot more flyer. You know what I'm saying? I wanted clothes. I didn't even have like a million pairs of shoes like I do now. I don't even have that, but that still added on. That still built up the consumer. Not really built it up, but like I'm comparing to where I was and where I am today. It's a lot more different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm doing that anymore. When was the last time I bought a fit, man? I mean, I'm asking myself right now, when was the last time I bought a fit? It's probably been 3 or 4 years since I bought me a fit, bro. This is one of my newer fits. This is probably like 3 or 4 years old right here. This joint right here. That's honesty. That's honest to God. I can't remember the last time I bought a fit. Let me think. I maybe bought a Jordan t-shirt for the gym. $45, nothing crazy. Now I'm gonna ask, listen, I'm gonna ask y'all this. When was the last time you bought a fit? When was the last time you bought a pair of shoes? My last time I bought a pair of shoes had to be 4 years ago. And I have, like I said in my videos, I have between 19 and 21 pairs of shoes, something in between that 19, 23 pairs of shoes. And I'm not trying to brag. I say all that to say, all that's behind me. I say, like, the only way to learn something is you gotta go through the trials and tribulations, bruh. I really believe that. I think you have to go through the trials and tribulations. So if you got a high habit of buying Jordans, you gotta have the latest Jordans or the most exclusive Jordans. If you got a habit of buying a lot of clothes, maybe designer, you gotta bump your head a few times to understand, like, man, I don't need all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Not as much as I think I do. In order to stop you from impulse buying like that, or emotionally buying clothes on emotions and stuff like I did when I was young. I bought clothes on emotions too. When I was bored, I would go out all the time and grab me a pair of Jordans. I would force myself to buy something, man. I would go to Foot Locker all the time, bro. All the time. Look around. I couldn't find anything I liked. I said, you know what? F that. I gotta buy something I like, bro. I brought $300, $400 of cash on me. I'm buying something, bro. I'm buying something. Put that in the comment section if you experienced that. Have you ever went somewhere and you had the money, everything, but you couldn't find something to buy, but you still wanted to buy something? You had to buy something. I think that might be that consumerism, bro. Like, that's that impulse shopping, bro. I had to buy something, bro. But what was I talking about? I had to buy something, man. I always had to buy something. But like I said, you got to go through the motions, bro. Because right now, I don't really buy like that, man. I don't really go shopping like that, man. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like I said, it's been 3 or 4 years since I bought a pair of shoes. But another 3 or 4 years since I bought some new clothes. You know what I'm saying? But in order to get to the point that I am now, I had to go through it to get to it. Like I had to spend all this money on X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? Like these shades here, man. These shades are probably 5 years old, bro. 5 years old. Now I keep up with the white hats. I ain't gonna lie. I keep up with them. I buy one a year, maybe. One hat probably every year to a year and a half. Maybe it depends how long they last. I make them last. I've been wearing hats since I was in elementary. But I had to go through it, bro. Like when I was making some decent money on certain stuff that I was doing, bro, like I wanted to throw some rims on the ride, you know, all this stuff, man. Like put a system in the car. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Putting a system in the car. You know, you need your music. But it was a thing of and when I finally reached the point where I got me a car, I was just like, I don't even care for that anymore, bro. You dig what I'm saying? I don't even care for that mess anymore, any of that materialistic stuff anymore. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? If you gave me $20,000 and said I had to, if you gave me $20,000 right now and said that I had to buy a car right now with $20,000, it wouldn't even be what you would expect. I wouldn't go out there and put a download pay. My car would be used. I'll put like $10,000 on something nice. I'll buy it with cash, and then I ain't gonna lie, I'll put $1,000, $1,200 system in the ride. I won't even throw some rims on that mug, bro. Honestly, I wouldn't even throw no rims on it. I may not even tint the windows, bro. That's all I need, just a system, and yeah, that's all I would need. It's just a system. I wouldn't even tint that mug, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not into that consumerism no more, bro, like I used to be, bro. But like I said, when I used to be into that stuff, it was back when I was younger. But I've learned I'm not into all that. Like I can go to the mall and walk right past Foot Locker without going in there now. I can, you know what I'm saying? I can cut through the whole place and not going to places I used to frequent, if that makes sense. Gotta sneeze, my bad. Excuse me, man. I'm not editing that out either. All right, let's get on with it, man. I walk right past Foot Locker. I walk past all them places. Shoot, I better even go out and eat, bro. On God. The latest purchase I got, yes, my G-Shock. But you gotta understand, this G-Shock right here is gonna be how do they call it? How they say it? I can't remember how they say it. I got this for my 40th birthday, bro. Before this watch, I ain't bought a watch in like 4 or 5 years, bro. I just don't do it anymore, man. It doesn't doesn't really, I'm not gonna say it doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't, I just don't need it. I mean, I'm not saying I got everything I want, but I got everything I need, bro. You dig? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to go out there and do X, Y, and Z, but people may look at me and my clothes and may be like, man, you spend too much on the clothes, man. This outfit right here, it's called Black Label. If you know, I'll show you it. It's called Black Label. If you tend to care, you know, some people do, some people don't even give a what, and it's cool, bro. I'm not tripping. It's a nice fit. It's a whole set, bro. It's a whole set, you dig? But man, this fit cost me for like 50 to 70 bucks, bro. Excuse me. Cost me 50 to 70 bucks, bro. Wasn't that expensive, but I don't care no more. I don't need to buy all that expensive stuff. Oh, even non-expensive. I'm not out there all the time buying the latest J's. No, man. I don't need that anymore. But yeah, man, let's move on. So like, why buying more stuff is keeping you, bro? Like, man, I got a call from Xfinity, which is my phone, my mobile phone, you know, what I go through for my bills, right? Xfinity, right? And they got a good price. I'm only paying like $43 or something like that for a 5G phone. But they called me like 3 or 4 days ago, and these guys were like, hey man, you're on a platinum plan or something like that. Would you like to buy, for being on a platinum tier, would you like to get a what's that joint called? An Apple Watch? And I declined on that, and then he's like, well, would you want to get a brand new phone? I thought in my head immediately, he's like, I don't even want a phone. Like, the phone I have works just fine, bro. And I've had it for like a year and probably like a year and a half, a year to a year and a half. My head, like, I don't want anything new. Like, I'm the type to use the phone until it's all the way done. But there's people out there right now that are gonna, as soon as that iPhone come out, I don't even know what iPhone now. I've never owned an iPhone. Put in commas what iPhone is out. iPhone 13. I don't know. I don't know anything about iPhone, but they want the latest joint year by year. I don't see how they do that, but to each his own. Everybody's different, bro. Some people able to do it. I'm not even just talking financially, but I couldn't do it. Like, I keep a phone to my phone. Literally, I run my phone into the ground, bro. Real talk, bro. But yeah, man. So even with the car thing, bro, like, people, you know, why being broke stuff is keeping you broke. Why buying more stuff is keeping you broke. So I recently, when I was at my gig job, or whatever you want to call it, at the airport, there's a dude that he wanted to sell me a BMW. He wanted to sell me a BMW. This cat there, he was working. He's like, listen, man, I'll sell you this BMW for $5,000. He said that he showed me only had 100,000 miles on it. The joint was it was nice. It was clean. That's how I met him. I complimented him on his car. He's like, man, you got a nice whip, bro. He's like, hey man, I appreciate it, man. Hey, you want to buy it? I'll sell it to you for $5,000. Immediately in my head, I wasn't even thinking about flossing the BMW. I'm thinking about, man, that's gonna keep me broke, bro. That's gonna keep me in the slums, bro. Like, that's gonna keep me destitute, bro. Like, even if it's just $5,000, I told him straight up. I kept it real with him. So, like, man, I don't want the problems that come with BMWs. I don't want, like, for my Mazda, for instance, this joint, $600 to get the brakes, brake pads, and all that stuff fixed, or the rotors. $600 for BMW is you gonna be paying $1,200 for it. The newer it is too, the more expensive. Even for little stuff, bro, you're gonna be paying out to pocket all kinds of money. And I was just thinking in my head, I don't want to be fucking broke. I'd rather keep my Mazda. My Mazda only has 132,000 miles on it, and it's a 2007. It should have like 190 miles by now. You dig what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, guys, you know, you got to go through it. I understand, you know, you may have something. I understand you may be a consumer. Well, we all, you know what I'm saying? With buying stuff into consumerism and stuff, be a part of consumerism. But to me, I had to go through it first in order to reach the other side. So I can't really knock people too much, because they haven't fully learned. That's just going to leave you that buying the BMW, the Flex is just gonna leave you broke. If you ain't really got it like that, I'm burning up, guys. It's hot out here. Buying that BMW gonna leave you broke if you don't really have it like that. But you gotta live and learn, bro. You gotta live and learn, man. Yeah, man, that consumerism, bro, that impulse buying, emotionally buying and stuff is no good. But you keep doing that, you'll learn. You'll bump your head enough times that you'll learn that, yeah, this ain't it, man. I gotta stop buying stuff all the time. Sometimes it's best to live that minimalist lifestyle, man. You dig what I'm saying? So that's my video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I gave you guys some type of value. If you like my video, like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.